If you walk into any Anaj Mandi in Haryana, you will hear a mix of sounds of machines, tractors, farmers, etc. But you will also catch words in Bhojpuri, Maithili, and Magahi, languages that belong not to Haryana but to Bihar. Hi, I'm Prachi Mishra, your host for today, and through this podcast, I'll take you through the stories of the men behind those voices, that is, the migrant laborers from Bihar who have traveled hundreds of kilometers to earn a living. You know, many of us migrate, some for better job opportunities or for educational purposes or maybe even for a better life. But for some, migration isn't about opportunity at all, it's about survival. In states like Bihar, migration has almost become a tradition. According to Census 2011, almost 74 lakh people from Bihar live and work outside their state. That's nearly 7% of Bihar's total population. But today, almost every second household in Bihar has someone who has migrated for work. So the question arises, why must people leave Bihar in the first place? Back in Bihar, the story is quite different. There are schools and colleges, sure, but not enough jobs to match. The unemployment rate hovers around 14%, among the highest in India. The state's per capita income is under Rs 60,000, which is less than half the national average. Many young people finish their education only to find there is nothing waiting for them at home. The state's economy still depends heavily on agriculture, but most people don't own enough land to make a living. There are hardly any large industries or factories, and big businesses rarely invest here because of poor infrastructure, unreliable electricity, and transport issues. Even private jobs are limited, with most small businesses being informal or seasonal. The state's labor force participation rate stands at just 43.4%, well below the national average of 56%, reflecting a chronic shortage of employment opportunities. I spoke to a few workers at the Mandi in Bhiwani who have migrated from Bihar in search of work. One of them told me that the problem begins right at the source. There aren't enough mandis or job opportunities back home.
बिहार में कौन मंडी कहाँ है?
There are no proper mandis in Bihar and no work either. If there were jobs, why would we leave our families and come here?
बीवी बच्चे को छोड़ के भाई बहन सारे परिवार को छोड़ नहीं आएंगे.
Another worker, a graduate, shared a similar frustration that education hasn't really opened any doors for them.
वहाँ पे जो मिल रहा था हम लोग पर ग्रेजुएट किए हुए हैं, पढ़ लिख के यहाँ पे बोरी का काम करते हैं.
I am a graduate, I have degree, but there are no job opportunities for us in Bihar. Otherwise, why would I come here and do the work of a laborer? Leave about government jobs, even private jobs don't exist for us.
प्राइवेट जॉब भी नहीं मिलता, सरकारी तो छोड़.
A 2022 report by the Institute of Human Development found that over 80% of Bihar's youth are either unemployed or underemployed, often working in informal, low-paying jobs. People from Bihar move to states like Haryana or Maharashtra because they offer steady wages and seasonal work. The average daily wage for unskilled laborers in Bihar is around Rs 250 to 300, while in Haryana it's Rs 400 to 500. That difference might not seem much, but for these men, it's the difference between survival and struggle. It decides whether their children go to school or skip a meal.
वहाँ तो कोई काम को उतना पैसे नहीं देता है और बहुत पैसा मिलता है इसी खाते हैं.
Entire setup runs through ठेकेदार्स, that is contractors, who hire, pay and sometimes even house the workers. So it's a contract economy, 3 or 4 months of work, then back home until the next call comes.
यहाँ पे सेठ आदमी जैसे संपर्क रहते काम करने के लिए आते हैं, इसको पता लग जाते हैं भाई मजदूर आदमी है, हमारे धरे काम है, तो आओ तो समय पे ये फोन करते हैं हमारे सबके.
We come here to work for the Seths. They already know we are laborers. When there is work, they call us. They say, the work here has started, will you come? Therefore, in groups of 10 or 15, we come here to work for them.
इसी वजह से हम सब संगी साथी ऐसे 10 आदमी 15 आदमी के साथ करके ऐसे आते हैं यहाँ पे. किसान आदमी चाहे सेठ आदमी के पास हम सब काम करते हैं.
The workers live close to the mandis in rooms provided by the contractor. 4 men share one small room with a shared kitchen and a common bathroom. A According to a 2022 Ajivika Bureau report, over 60% of short-term migrants in India live in shared spaces or temporary spaces, most without proper sanitation or drinking water. They cook together, share space, and send most of what they earn back home because every remittance matters and it keeps their families afloat. When the COVID-19 lockdown was announced, the country witnessed the vulnerability of this migration system unfold in real time. Thousands of workers from Bihar, stranded in cities and states where they had built their livelihoods, began walking back home, with some covering hundreds of kilometers barely on foot. We all remember those images of people carrying children, their belongings, just trying to survive. COVID did not create this crisis. It only showed what was already there. That is, a system that forces people to leave home but has no safety net when they need to return. Migration for them is not a choice. It's a compulsion.
मेरी उम्र 60 वर्ष है.
I am 60 years old, the only earning member of my family. I have 5-6 children, but no land at home.
मेरे कोई कमाने वाला नहीं है. मैं अकेला तनहा कमाते हूँ. 5-6 बच्चा है ना, और हमारे इसमें कोई जगह जमीन कुछ कहीं नहीं.
Across India, millions of people leave their homes every year looking for work, from Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Jharkhand, and other states. According to government data, more than 45 million Indians migrate within the country for jobs. Most of them don't move for opportunity, but they move because there's no work left at home. The men I met are part of that cycle, where labor keeps traveling but opportunity does not. As one season ends and another begins, the journey starts again. Different place, but same struggle and same hope.